guys, in this month's Disney Rewind, we're going to be talking about Season 2 of The Mandalorian. So you guys, we're going to be talking about Season 2 of The Mandalorian, and that's going to include some spoilers, I'm guessing. So if you're not all caught up on Season 2, or if you've not even seen Season 1, I guess. If you've just not seen anything with The Mandalorian, you're just totally oblivious to what's been going on, yeah, go away, come back to this video at a later point. So, Stephanie, what are your overall general thoughts on Season 2 of The Mandalorian?
Season 2 got even better. Still enjoy the first season. But, yeah, I think, getting all the character introductions out of the way, that made it a much faster paced show and made each episode super exciting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like, I think I pretty much loved every episode, just like last season.
I really enjoyed Season 1 as well. But yeah, Season 1, especially now having watched Season 2, Season 1 definitely did feel like a big thing of setting up the world of the Mandalorian. Setting up the Mandalorian himself and all these other characters, and then yes, setting up this big mystery with baby Yoda. So yeah, kind of in hindsight now, yeah, Season 1's just definitely big setup more than anything. But I still loved Season 1. Yeah, this second season, I loved every episode of this season. Like, every episode was just highly enjoyable to me. I know a lot of people didn't feel that way. If you're
I don't know how.
Yeah, if you scour the internet, there's a lot of people that there were just certain episodes this season a lot of people just didn't really like. They thought were boring, they thought were slow, they thought were filler. And I mean, I personally never felt that way. Did you?
No.
I never really felt like anything was slow or anything was filler.
I don't know how you could say something was filler when every episode led into
the next.
pretty
Pretty much. Yeah,
people probably think the egg episode, the frog lady episode is filler. How is that filler when she knows the location of somebody who can help?
Yeah,
Mando.
Yeah, I definitely didn't feel like any of these episodes.
Because I just felt like everything connected.
Yeah, Yeah, I think when you go back and rewatch, probably I really feel like every episode connected in some little way. Because I think that's maybe just it. I think this season probably had a slow burn. I think it just had a really slow burn more than anything. But yet, despite a slow burn, I didn't feel bored with it. Every little thing was moving to a certain direction that we get to eventually by the end of the season. And yeah, I mean, of course, I was a little frustrated sometimes because it's like, well, I want to see Cara Dune, and I want to see, I want to see all the people we set up last season. It's like you got to build up to that though. But yeah, I loved this second season. It was so good, and yeah, there was a lot that went down this season.
There's like so much jam packed.
Yeah, there was so much. Yeah,
so many cameos.
Let's start with Baby Yoda. Since we all love Baby Yoda here, Baby Yoda. We can stop calling him the child. We can stop calling him Baby Yoda. His name's Grogu, y'all.
Jon Favreau said the other day, it's okay to still call him Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
They still call him Baby Yoda.
We're all too endeared to the term Baby Yoda to stop calling him Baby Yoda. But yeah, he's called Grogu. It was a shock when they gave him the name reveal, because I just was not expecting that. And the thing is, it came about, I think, in a very natural way with how they set up everything with Ahsoka. The way they brought Ahsoka in, her importance to the story, and then, yeah, her being able to communicate with Baby Yoda when, the Mandalorian, he can't really communicate with him in the way that Baby Yoda needs. So then, yeah, her getting that information like, hey, his name is Grogu, and she gives us that bit of backstory, and it's like, oh, so, I mean, we got all that dropped. We got Baby Grogu, we got Ahsoka. Let's talk about Ahsoka, since we're kind of here with Ahsoka. How'd you feel about Ahsoka? Because Stephanie is an Ahsoka fangirl, y'all. That's what you gotta know about Stephanie here. Stephanie is an Ahsoka fangirl. So, Stephanie, I'll let you talk about Ahsoka.
Well, it's exciting to have Ahsoka on. And exciting that she has her own show now.
Oh yeah, because that yeah, she's going to be apparently getting some sort of spin-off, guys. Oh, played by Rosario Dawson. Stephanie had some feelings about Rosario Dawson. I was fine with Rosario Dawson. I like Rosario Dawson.
I don't know if it's because for you have not watched like the Clone Wars. The only way you've seen Ahsoka so far is Rebels.
Yeah, I've only seen Rebels.
I don't know. I mean, there's other people who were thrilled with her. It's just I love Ashley Eckstein, who plays Ahsoka in the cartoons and
Voices
stuff,
her.
and voices her, and I'm so used to the voice and the way she looks, and I don't know. I'm sure she'll grow on me. She's grown on me already some. It's just for me, whenever I see something that is animated and it comes to life, it's like it takes me a moment to be like
it's like the Disney, all these live action,
all these
live
stuff,
action,
you're like, what the heck?
yeah, like all these live action Disney reboots. It's like you have a particular image of a character, and then
Yeah.
when they're made flesh, it takes you a little adjusting.
I mean, I'm happy that she's on the show, and that she gets her own spin-off and everything. And she'll grow, I'm sure.
Yeah, I really.
It's just I'm so attached to one version of her. It's sometimes hard to let go of that.
I personally really like the casting of Rosario Dawson. I think she fit. I think she looks it. She kind of the physicality, the body. I think she looks it. I think she was able to pull off like the stunt sequences and everything. I really liked her casting. The makeup was really great.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, yeah, because it's like, oh god.
Now
hope they get that makeup right.
something I hadn't thought about, because I mean, I've not seen like the Clone Wars cartoon, but I have seen Rebels at least, so I knew kind of everything before heading, that stuff that leads into the Mandalorian essentially with her character. But I'm curious about people who have not seen any of the cartoon series.
If they're what the heck?
Yeah, I'm very curious
Why are people so excited?
Yeah, I'm very curious. People who have probably never seen the cartoon little spin-offs with her character, I'm just kind of curious.
Like, what do they think about these characters?
Yeah, because I'm curious, were they confused with her?
Yeah, that's true.
Were they confused? Did it just seem kind of random and strange to them? Because the rest of us, we're excited. Because we're not thinking, because we have that history in our back of our head, and other people don't, so it's interesting to kind of think about, an outsider perspective.
Yeah, with Ahsoka and with Bo-Katan, it's like, they didn't really give neither of them backstory, I don't think. It was just like,
they're thrown
hey,
into
I'm
it.
here,
Yeah,
and you know who they are,
yeah,
because you like them. But then it's like, what do people who watch Star Wars but don't watch the animated stuff, or people who maybe just have watched Mandalorian because they're curious, and they don't know much about other Star Wars things. Yeah, how do these other people feel that don't know?
Okay, so aside from Baby Yoda, Ahsoka, we also got the grand epic return of Boba Fett. You guys, all the fanboys from the 70s and 80s, y'all have finally got your wish. You got Boba Fett. Boba Fett, I think he fit nicely in this season. It wasn't. I don't think it was weird or anything. I think he fit perfectly, and they built that up because Timothy Oliphant's character, right? He had the armor. Correct? Did I understand that correctly? He had Boba Fett's original armor. So I mean, even that from the beginning of episode 1 of the season, I mean, they set that up nicely to kind of start teasing that return eventually. So I really liked Boba Fett. I wasn't expecting him to be in the season as much as he was.
Yeah, I was expecting, because they just showed him briefly at the end of the first episode, and I thought he wasn't even going to show up till like the second, third episode, and briefly,
And with him, we also got some redemption for Ming Na's character. What was her? Fennec Shand? Because if you watch season 1, Ming Na was just horribly underused in season 1, which was a shame, because it's like, Ming Na is such a great actress, and it's like, use her, people, Well,
they are now.
Yeah, and I really, they brought her back, and I guess we're led to believe Boba Fett is the one who kind of saved her and brought her back to health and whatnot. So Ming Na came back. I really liked her. I feel like she still didn't do too terribly much, but she did way more than what she did last season. Let's be real. And like Ahsoka, it seems like we're going to get a Boba Fett show, but like a season maybe. I'm thinking it's probably just going to be a season, and it's probably
be a test.
Yeah, and
it's
probably going to be him and Ming Na, her character, I'm guessing.
And see, like, because I was, before they announced the Mandalorian, and people were like, "Oh, there's going to be a Mandalorian show." Well, before it was called that, and
everyone thought the Mandalorian
everybody
was
thought it was going to be Boba Fett.
Yeah, everyone thought it was going to be Boba Fett.
To me, I just at that point was like, I don't want a Boba Fett show. Like, what's the point? But bringing back the guy who was in Attack of the Clones, bringing him back on and having him play Boba Fett is like that became much more appealing to me all of a sudden, because I don't know, I guess I thought just some random person would be playing Boba Fett. I never thought they would bring back the original guy, I guess.
When people were talking about ideas for a Boba Fett spinoff, I always kind of thought they were talking about like a prequel with Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And that just never appealed to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, him as an older guy now, and it seems like he's gonna be like a warlord almost or something. I don't know. He's taken over Tatooine. If you watch the little post credits scene, yeah, that's just much more appealing to me with him like taking over Tatooine and being a badass. Yeah, I really liked Boba Fett in this. I was pleasantly surprised with that. I liked them bringing back Ming-Na's character. We got some redemption there. What else, Cindy? What are some other big things? I guess let's just jump to Luke. Can we just jump straight to Luke?
Completely skip Luke.
Well, there's a lot, Stephanie. Okay, maybe before we go to Luke, I'm just excited to talk about Luke, I guess. Okay, let's talk about Bo-Katan. Stephanie wants to talk about Bo-Katan real quick.
I mean, that's that's awesome that they brought back Katie Sackhoff for the character.
I've not seen Katie Sackhoff in anything since like Battlestar Galactica, y'all.
It's true.
I mean, you know what though? She was in a couple. Wasn't she in a
I'm
couple
sure she
episodes?
was in other things. We just
I think
never
she was
seen
in a couple
anything.
episodes of Big Bang Theory, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wait, she was.
But still, I have seriously not seen her in anything since Battlestar Galactica. So it was really nice to see her in this because yeah, I know she voiced that one. Yeah, she voiced the character in what, Rebels? Right. So,
but yeah, it's cool to have her on. And surprisingly, surprised that she was in it so much as well. When they were, when there was the rumors that, Ahsoka, Bo-Katan would be on, I thought they wouldn't be on it a lot. And yeah, Ahsoka wasn't really in it as much. She was still in her episode a lot, but yeah, she was just in her one episode. So I was just assuming Bo-Katan as well would just be in an episode. And yeah, didn't expect her to show up in what, like 3? 2? I can't remember.
I think it was just the 2 episodes.
It was a 2. I feel like it was more than that. But still, she was in it for quite a lot.
And the thing is, I think she's definitely going to be probably a major character in the next season.
Yeah.
Because the way the season ended, because we got that big reveal with what, the Dark Saber, right? Is that what it's called? That big reveal in the season 1 cliffhanger and Moff Gideon having the Dark Saber. Then that continues to be a big thread this season, and then yeah, that fight sequence with the Mandalorian and Moff Gideon, and Mandalorian's just trying to protect Baby Yoda.
He don't give a crap.
Yeah, he gets the Darksaber, and yeah, then this is when kind of the politics start coming in. The politics and it's like, oh, you have to fight for it, you have to earn it, and the Mandalorian earned the Darksaber, but Bo-Katan didn't, and it's like he doesn't want it. That's not his character. He was
just there to get his son.
Yeah, he was just there to get Baby Yoda and Baby Yoda only. It's like he wasn't in for it to try and take over Mandalore at all. But now there's this problem and this consequence now. It's something he doesn't want, and he just wants to hand it over, but he can't because yeah, Bo-Katan that just looks bad on her if she just takes it from him.
Well, see, that part kind of annoyed me though, because it was like she was on the bridge the whole time, and when they found out Moff wasn't there, Moff Gideon wasn't there, then turn around and go look for him. Instead, they all just hung out on the bridge, waited for Mando to show up, and I'm thinking, if you want your Darksaber, go the heck out there and fight for it. No,
I feel like Moff Gideon knew exactly what he was doing though. He knew that the Mandalorian was going to go straight towards Baby Yoda. He went there purposely, deliberately, with that Darksaber, and I think he intended for the Mandalorian to take the Darksaber, to cause a rift there between him and Bo-Katan, which Mandalorian he didn't realize, obviously. You don't know, but, yeah, just some nice, subtle, like, manipulation, I think, from Moff Gideon, which was great. Makes him a better villain. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a big part of Season 3. maybe the whole season be on Mandalore. I'm kind of excited, like, if the whole season's going to be on Mandalore, you know? And they're fighting for the Mandalorian throne, and it's going to be like Game of Thrones and Mandalore, which is going to be epic. Because, yeah, maybe he'll kind of settle down for a little, you know, because, you know, he's been, like, planet hopping and doing stuff. But he's not going to have Baby Yoda as an attachment now. Because I think his big thing is going to be
now he doesn't have to find a babysitter every
episode.
episode.
I think the big thing is going to be focused on Mandalore. You know, I think I'm predicting we're spending the whole season on Mandalore, and it's going to be like a big political season. You know, with him trying to navigate the politics of Mandalore, and probably becoming a leader when he doesn't really want to be a leader. You know. Okay, so you want to jump into Luke?
Sure.
Let's jump into Luke. We got a cameo drop, y'all. Luke Skywalker just appeared out of nowhere, and it was pretty badass. People have been going, oh, do you think Luke might pop up? And I've just been thinking, no. You know, I was like, this is Disney Plus. They ain't gonna throw in Mark Hamill. You know, I was like, Mark Hamill ain't gonna take time to do this. You know, thing is,
I didn't bring in Sebastian Stan.
Thing is, I didn't think about them doing him as like CG. You know, that's kind of the one thing I didn't think about. Was them doing him as like as a CG version, like a younger version. I did not expect that or anticipate that at all. Because, yeah, I just kept thinking, oh, why is Mark Hamill going to come back for The Mandalorian? You know? I mean, they could barely even get him to come back for the movies, you know? But, yeah, I love that whole sequence in that final episode.
There's some intense crap.
Yeah. Leading to that reveal.
Well, I mean, they slowly revealed to you that it was Luke. I mean, the X-Wing showed up, and it was like, wait, we know who has one. It's on his island right now. Then the green saber, and then the black outfit. Because then it was kind of like, well, Luke did have that black outfit in Return of the Jedi. So it's like they slowly kept dropping little hints.
Yeah. But the thing is, I kept thinking, oh, it's too good to be true. You know, that's where I was like, they're giving us all these teases, making us think it might be Luke. And I was like, it's not going to be Luke. You know, I still kept thinking that. I was like, it's not going to be Luke. You know, because I was like, oh, it's Ahsoka. But then I was like, okay, it can't be Ahsoka because she don't have a green lightsaber. I was like, oh, it's Ahsoka. Wait, no. I was like, is it Ezra? Because, you know, Dave Filoni is doing a lot of stuff here, you know, and it's like I feel like Dave Filoni is using The Mandalorian as an excuse to kind of continue with where he left off with Rebels. You know, let's be real. I think that's kind of what he's doing, which I don't mind, because I like it. But yeah, I really liked the Luke reveal. That fight sequence was awesome. It was very heavily, purposely, I think, reminiscent of Darth Vader's, that part where he's revealed in Rogue One when he's going down the hall and killing everybody. Yeah. You know, it was very heavily, I think, very deliberately reminiscent of that, because it was really cool. And then, yeah, he takes Baby Yoda. You guys, I don't know how I feel. How do you feel, Stacie? Because I'm just a little distraught about it, because I know Grogu, I know Grogu needs training and guidance and direction. You know, I know he needs all that, but at the same time, it's like he and the Mandalorian have built up this lovely father-son bond, and it's like, Luke Skywalker, I'm a little upset with you for coming and taking baby Grogu.
Mando will show up, and he'll take him back for some reason. Yeah. Or maybe Luke will end up going to Mandalore and be like, here, take your brat back.
I can't take him.
And look, people, this show is like at least 15, 20 years before The Force Awakens. Let's chill out about Kylo Ren's gonna kill Grogu, okay? Let's stop. That is a far ways away from this scenario, and that's not a thing, okay? Grogu didn't get killed by Kylo Ren. Or whatever.
It's a nice theory, though, but I doubt it. Yeah, I kind of
because that's so, I mean, Grogu will be like, okay, I'm done with training.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one of the most beautiful moments in the whole damn season was definitely that ending. And, well, because, you know, the previous episode, before the finale, because that was the same episode that the Mandalorian took off his helmet, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had him take off the helmet in that previous episode, and I thought that was going to be it. You know, I was like, oh, they're obligated to have Pedro Pascal show his face at least once a season. You know, I was like, they're not going to do it again. But yeah, I kept thinking, you know, when it looked like Grogu and Mandalorian were going to be departed, or, you know, parted from each other, I was like, oh, please let him take his helmet off. I was like, they're not going to let him, though. He's already done it. So yeah, that most beautiful moment was when the Mandalorian, it's like, he was like, screw my code and screw whatever, you know, it's like, I'm going to take this helmet off, and me and Grogu are going to look at each other. Yeah, we're going to look at each other eye to eye and have a goodbye with one another. And yet he didn't really even speak to him, did he? It was more a thing of like he was communicating, like what Ahsoka was doing with him. It was very much like communicating in that manner, like we don't need words. Yeah. You know, and it's like they knew exactly what they were saying to each other, and it was so beautiful.
Yeah, leading up to Grogu being saved, yeah, my one wish, I was like, I just want him to go save him and take his helmet off and he touched his face and he did, and it kept happening like because first it was sad because you knew he was about to hand him off to Luke, and then it got even sadder when he took his helmet off, and then it got worse when he was like,
oh, it's like, oh. Speaking of the helmet coming off, Pedro Pascal was looking particularly fine. I was like, oh, thank God, because yeah, you know, in season 1, it's like, he was just a mess, you know, he was a mess, he was about to die, it's like, we don't have time for this, and, oh, yeah, we had more lengthy moments lingering on him with the helmet off, which I liked. So yeah, what does that mean? I feel like that means something with him taking off the helmet, and especially with everybody back there behind him. I mean, they couldn't see his face, but still, him doing that and taking it off.
Yeah, they didn't confirm, because then it jumped scenes, and it did not confirm whether... Like, he put it back on before turning around, or if he kind of turned around and been like, hey,
because even the one guy, the bald guy in the previous episode that they busted from prison or whatever, I mean, he was even talking about like the helmet, like, why do you wear it? Why do you continue to wear it? You know, what's the point exactly? You know, and I feel like the Mandalorian, it's like he's gonna keep going further and further away from, I think, the code and being so strict and stringent on it. You know, I think there's a lot that can be kind of said about that with his character, that he's trying to move from that.
But you know what's going to happen if they start taking his helmet off more?
What?
The same thing that happened to Kylo Ren merchandise. Once they took his helmet off, the merchandise dropped. Might start happening for Mando too.
Or you know what? Let's go back. Let's go back here. Let's go back to an Easter egg here, y'all. He takes that helmet off. There's a good chance he might get his head crushed again. And I can't go through that, y'all, if you watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he's got to, you know, he's got to keep his suit. I mean, it protects him. He has no other, you know, he's not a super fighting warrior. You know, I mean, he still fights good, but he doesn't have nothing to protect himself, you know? He doesn't have force powers to get people away from him, so he's got to keep his armor.
Okay, so we talked about a lot of the big character stuff. Let's just talk about some some miscellaneous or random stuff. What was, like, one of your favorite episodes?
It would be the frog lady episode.
Which was that? That was episode 2? Yeah. Was that the same one with the spiders?
Yeah.
Right, with the spiders?
In terms of the downright adorableness and constant screaming, it would be that episode.
Be happy y'all don't live with us when we're watching The Mandalorian, because we are all screaming when something happens to Baby Yoda. And them spiders did it for me. The spider came down on Baby Yoda's head. I was like, oh, hell no.
I can't say nothing, though, because even when he got kidnapped, I was laughing. Because I don't know why. It's just funny. Because he's like,
oh. You know, every time The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda would be in peril, I don't know why I would get just so upset about it. Because you know nothing's going to happen to them. You know nothing's going to happen to them. It's Disney. They're not going to sit there and just kill Baby Yoda. That's their merchandise right there. You know? But yeah, the spider episode, it was both frightening and hilarious at the same time, because all the stuff happened to Baby Yoda, and it was all really cute and terrible and horrifying, but funny at the same time. I don't know. He was so upset with he was so obsessed with the eggs. That was hilarious.
I don't know what my favorite episode is. Yeah, I mean, because like we were saying, I did not find nothing a filler episode. I enjoyed every episode.
Yeah, I really loved it.
I mean, there were some... I mean, I could still probably say these were lower or these were higher. But even my low ones, I still love them. I don't know. Actually, I mean, like, I loved the last episode. But I also really loved, the episode before.
When it was just the Mandalorian
And
everybody going to that base.
Yeah, and I don't know, because then they had like really good conversation with him and Mayfield.
What was that his name?
Yeah,
I just call him the bald guy.
And I really I liked that whole conversation, because then they also talked about Operation Cinder, which was like something that has been brought up before. It's in like the Battlefront video game.
I like that episode a lot too. Even though it didn't have Baby Yoda in it, it was still a great episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the frog lady. Or lizard lady, whatever she was. That whole thing with the eggs was hilarious. The spiders were terrifying. Let's talk about Baby Yoda and those macaroons, the blue macaroons. Him and Mandalorian got in the spaceship, and they were sitting there flying around all over the place. And we were like, they're doing a lot of spinning up there. I was like,
vomit.
Yeah, I was like, Baby Yoda's had all those blue macaroons. I was like, he's going to vomit up all that stuff. And sure enough, he did, and it was blue, and it was the most precious thing I've ever seen.
I think I liked that episode too, because then Cara Dune and Grief Karga came back, and I liked the three of them all together. But I especially loved that last episode, or the last two episodes, because they had all of them together. But then the last one, then they also were like, "Hey, Bo-Katan, come help us." So I loved that whole the last episode too, because of all these characters, all these cool characters getting together. I'm glad Cara Dune was in there a lot more. It was just shocking, because they kind of just randomly appeared in the first season. So it was cool to see her in like 3 or so episodes. And I wish Grief Karga, though, he was only in the one, wasn't he?
I think he was, or he's about 2, wasn't he?
So I'm hoping, but he did direct. I don't know if he just directed that one episode, or if he, can't remember if he directed that one, but hopefully he'll direct again. That was a good episode, but I'm hoping he'll show up a little more.
I need some more Timothy Olyphant. I really liked that first episode with him that he was in.
I will say, though, that was probably, the first episode was probably would be on the end spectrum of favorite episodes.
Still a good episode,
It's still a good episode, but
not my most favorite.
It didn't catch my attention as much as every single other episode before that. But I'm sure he'll show up at some point.
I mean, that was on Tatooine, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering if he could possibly pop up on the Boba Fett show. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, like if they're kind of not sure what to do with him, but they'd like to have him back.
Because I thought for sure, because the whole season, I kept thinking something's going to happen to Baby Yoda. Moff Gideon's going to kidnap him. I mean, that kind of felt kind of predictable if you think about it. I was like, Baby Yoda's going to get kidnapped at some point. Because, Moff Gideon is after that blood. He's after that blood for some specific reason. And so I kept thinking, we're going to have like an Avengers team up. And I thought,
we kind of did.
We did. And I was sitting there thinking, because they're going to go get Timothy Olyphant too. But that didn't happen. So I was kind of a little upset about that. But I was really hoping he might make another appearance in the season. So maybe he'll pop up in the Boba Fett show. And Stephanie, we got a Thrawn name drop.
Oh yeah, forget about that.
We got ridiculously, okay, I don't know about Stephanie. I screamed. I think I screamed when the Thrawn name got dropped. Because I love Thrawn. He's such a great villain. I kept thinking he was going to be a big tease at the very end of the season. Instead, that was Luke. But they're making it sound like, because Ahsoka brought up the name, so they're making it sound like for Ahsoka's spin-off show, her big adversary is probably going to be Thrawn, I'm thinking. Yeah,
because it just wouldn't make sense to bring Thrawn into Mandalorian.
Me and Stephanie already got our casting choices. Stephanie, I think you were like Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs to play Thrawn.
Yeah, I wanted I think Jason Isaacs would be great. I think Matt Smith would be great. I don't think Matt Smith's going to happen though, because he just got cast in the Game of Thrones spin-off show.
Oh, did he?
So I don't. As a main character, so I don't think Matt Smith's going to happen. But Jason Isaacs would be cool. I think he would be really great.
I think he's got just that perfect voice for Thrawn that he can keep that.
And then for some reason, I kind of keep thinking about Mads Mikkelsen too, because his brother voiced Thrawn. I don't know if they would. God, what is his name? His name's Mikkelsen too. What is it? Lars Mikkelsen. I don't know if they would get him to actually play the character.
Don't know what he looks like though. But to me, I think Jason Isaacs, his face, would match kind of Thrawn's.
So
Definitely has to be a British person.
yes, it needs to be a straight out British
Because
person.
Thrawn's got that freaking those cheekbones going on, so it's got to be a British person.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
And a British
but-
person's the only one who can do a soothing voice like Thrawn has.
So yeah, we got the Thrawn drop. That was pretty exciting. Stephanie, is there anything else that happened this season? There was a lot that happened. I think we covered everything.
Maybe it's just because we kept thinking like Ezra might be the Jedi that shows up.
Oh yeah, we kept thinking Ezra's gonna pop up.
I was hoping it would be Cal from the Jedi Fallen Order video game. There's so many random Jedi out there.
Yeah, overall, we really loved this season. Yeah, I know a lot. Yeah, like I mentioned, a lot of people had a lot of issues with this season. There were highs and lows for some people, but I thought this season it started like down here, and I think every week it just went up. You know, that's how I kind of felt about it. So yeah, I personally loved it. You loved it? Yep. I thought, yeah, we liked everything. Baby Yoda, I'm a little devastated. We may not get Baby Yoda ever again. I mean, unless he just pops up for one episode next season, who knows? So is that it, Stephanie? What about ranking the season? We usually rank in our Disney Rewind. If you had to rank season 2 of The Mandalorian on a scale of 1 to 10 Mickey ears, what would you give it?
10.
A 10?
Sucker's getting 10.
God, I love the season. I don't know if I would go that high, because what if like next season's like super amazing?
Well, that gets a 10 too.
I'll go with a safe 9. I'll go with a safe 9 in case like next season is like super badass and epic, and I'm like, oh my god. I'll go with a safe 9 for season 2 of The Mandalorian. So is that it, Stephanie?
Yes.
That is it for this video. In the comments below, have you guys seen season 2 of The Mandalorian? What did you think about it? Please talk about spoilers with us down below. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.